Here we are addressing the Coryxkenshin speculation or allegations. I recently seen a video by the name of Mavatak, and basically he was, saying that he got a cease and desist. Wow. To be honest, to me, does that make someone guilty if they have to cease and desist you? Because I'm not gonna lie, like, a lot of people be like dragging Mavatak's name and saying all these bad things, but to me, I mean, if someone's trying that hard, it has to be true. It has to be true. And I'm not, all I'm saying is it has to be true, especially if you got to cease and desist, right? Because it makes you kind of guilty. Because I mean, if you know it's not true, why cease and desist someone? And I mean, it could ruin your reputation. I mean, Corey been building his reputation for a very, very long time, but also, if it's not true, you can provide it. But then on another level, it's like, why even bother to do it? Because I mean, to be honest, if I was in Corey's shoes, I would probably clear the air if it isn't true. Now, if it was true, then that's a different story, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, this is crazy, for sure. I've watched the whole video about, all these girls, and I mean, it's one thing to lie, but then to have the evidence to back them up, it's it kind of set things at a different tone, as you will. I mean, how I see it and how I look at it, and this could be, controversial, but I mean, don't get mad at me, right? But it seemed like, I mean, these girls gave him the chance, though. They invited him into their lives. So, kinda, how is that his fault? Even if he's a narcissist and and all that crazy stuff, you were the one that responded to him. You invited him into your home, so it's kind of like, I mean, of course everybody comes off as a nice guy and innocent and all this stuff. Everybody does that. They're not gonna show you the true colors. Like they always say, at first he was so nice and so just welcoming and understanding, and then of course, why would someone show you the true colors at the start if they want something from you, and then once they get it, then they act different, or if they don't get it, then they act different? It's a chess piece. It's a chess game, I don't necessarily. I mean, I feel bad for the woman, but at the same time, it's like, what do you expect? It happens to many people, and it's like, I mean, but also on the contrary, what do y'all want? Yeah, I'm thinking, I guess they want closure. And not having closure can be a lot, it can be a lot to a person, but sometimes you just gotta move on. I know that's hard to say, and I shouldn't speak on nobody's situation, but also that y'all trusted this man. So it's like, who fault is it really? also, I do believe in handling things privately because I mean, this man makes his money. This is where he makes his money. So, I mean, you trying to like tarnish his career? You know what I'm saying? That's heavy. He done made millions off YouTube. So I don't think he deserved that much of a. That'd be too much. That'd be too much. I don't think he deserves for things to happen like that. But you know, I think that I mean, I looked at Mavitax. I tapped on his icon. I was like, oh, a cease and desist. That makes it look like kind of sus. But I feel like he did it because, all right, I don't want you to ruin my money making, business. That's why I feel like he did. That's the only way I could think of. It is kind of does sound guilty too, honestly. Because if it wasn't true, why do a cease and desist? If it wasn't true, you could just debunk the video. I mean, Mavatak, he was pulling the receipts. He had the evidence.